Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Props and Punishments. It's going to be a fun one today, so strap yourself in for 12 minutes of entertainment. We've got some winners for you. We had a win yesterday. We won across the board, had a lot of VIP wins also, and so hopefully we got a lot more for you today. But if it's your first time tuning in, let me just kind of tell you how it works. Basically, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel so you can see me every single day, and we're going to give you 4 player props every single day that we are so confident will hit that if we miss even one, I get punished. So I did have a punishment I had to do. I did it this morning. We lost a few days back where I had to, run a mile in under 10 minutes. Or if I didn't run it under 10 minutes, I'd have to do the gallon milk challenge, which is impossible, right? I could have just done the gallon milk challenge. In retrospect, I probably should have. It took me 10 minutes and 36 seconds worth of misery. So that video will be uploaded here after just a little while. And but yesterday we were 100% right on, easy money. So really exciting, and we think we got 4 more great ones for you today. Now, before we get started on the picks for the day, I do want to go ahead and do our punishment that I was owed 2 days ago. We're waiting to get some information back from everybody. Basically, I have to do a roast. It's an anonymous roast from employees, friends. I think my son was in one of them also. Not quite sure, but I haven't read these yet, and so here we go. Let's enjoy this little punishment here. Okay. What can I say about Colin that hasn't already been said in a Yelp review? Let me count the ways. First off, does your belly button get 5 home runs? Get home 5 hours before you do? I don't know. And somehow you look skinnier than tomorrow. I don't know how that works, but here we are. So I get fatter every day. All right. Colin is a grown man who wears flip-flops every single day. Slip resistant, apparently, because nothing says serious businessman like toes out in a staff meeting. That smile says, nice to meet you. But the stance says, I'm about to explain interest rates, even though nobody asked. And that outfit, half business meeting, half I heard there might be appetizers. He looks like a default LinkedIn profile picture came to life, but with the confidence of a man who says, circling back in conversations that never needed circling. And let's talk about his hobbies. Actually, nobody can, because as far as we can tell, it's just whiskey, Aerosmith, and standing at the end of a bar playing a mobile game that, like a determined 9-year-old. I do love that game, by the way. All right, here we go. Trying to run a business and beat level 47 at the same time isn't a life goal. And somehow he always manages to stand exactly where the staff needs to be. It's like a gift. Not a useful one, but a gift. I'm not sure how Colin finds his way when driving, but I do know he can always find a way directly to get in the way of his employees actually working. His entire wardrobe could fit in a dollar store bag, and honestly, it might have come from there. All right. It is, in fact, okay to plan more than 2 hours ahead. Just throwing that out there. All right. Colin out here acting like a refined businessman, but running on a steady IV drip of Jack and Coke like it's a personality trait. Okay. The confidence, unreal. Walking around like a CEO while his internal organs are filing HR complaints. His liver didn't sign up for a full-time night shift, but here we are. Not sure where he's lost more of restaurant keys or his hair. Colin calls drinking a hobby. His liver calls it a full-time job. At least his liver works hard, because he sure as hell doesn't. Right. And his jokes, they're like our whiskey barrels. We just hope they improve over time. But hey, keep sparkling, just like those shiny boots of yours. Oh, God. Okay, 2 more here. Taking half a tequila shot instead of a full one just makes you look like a expletive, we're going to say loser. I started working here as a senior in high school, and now I'm a 23-year-old alcoholic, and it's your fault. All right. That's what my staff thinks of me. Either case. So, once again, my punishments come from comments that you can leave below, and they can be emotional, like this one, a little psychological, like this one, but this one wasn't physically painful, which was nice. That's nice on that one. So, either case, we're going to dive into the next our four picks for today to make sure that I'm not punished tomorrow. Which, if we're wrong, my punishment will be a BB gun firing squad. That was a comment that was left yesterday in yesterday's channel. So, BB gun firing squad. So, if you have any fun ideas for me to get punished, go ahead and go that in the comments section right now. Fire it up. Give us some ideas. If you're unsure of the ideas, the good news is the link to our Discord is right there. And so we have the YouTube channel plus our Discord, our community there, where you can see everything. You can see the video there. You can also see some of the rules for the YouTube stuff. And our VIP section's there also. We'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. But let's dive into the four picks today that we feel so confident that I'm willing to get shot by BBs if we're wrong on a firing squad. Well, somebody said do it blindfolded in the field. I think it's a little too much. But we'll get creative with it, and I'll let you know. Hopefully not. But here we go. Four picks. All right, we got a little theme here for today. Also, we're picking people you probably never heard of because it's fun like that. It's easy to take Judge on everything or Otani every time, type of thing, and we take them plenty. But here's four people you've never heard of. Go. Nick Kurtz plays for the A's. He's going to get at least one HRR. So if you're brand new to this, that means hits, runs, and RBIs. If you're a seasoned person, you're going to love this one because these guys, they hit it all the time. They're easy money. It's out there. And you probably haven't been wagering on them. So here we go. Nick Kurtz, 1 HRR. He's hit it 8 of the last 10, 14 out of the last 20, which 14 out of the last 20 is not a great stat. Not one typically that we would say we feel really confident is going to hit today. But here's some of the whys behind it. The pitcher he's got a 6 ERA, 16 hits, 11 runs in his last 10 innings pitched. And I hate saying this because it's a gambler's fallacy to ever say that somebody's due, but Kurtz is due for a good game. We feel really comfortable with that one. All right, next, Taylor Ward plays for Baltimore. They're playing at New York. 7 out of his last 10, 1 HRR. 15 out of his last 20, 1 HRR. Yankees pitcher has given up 11 hits in the last 12 innings pitched, which is honestly not that bad. But once again, Ward is one of those players that we don't think he's going to go several games without hitting something. We think he's going to get in a good rhythm. He is a good batter, and we're looking for some good odds on that 1 HRR. All right, next, Daniel Schneemann plays for Cleveland, playing at the A's, 1 HRR, 9 out of the last 10, 18 out of the last 20. That's a stat we really do like. A's pitcher, not a great ERA, over 5 right now, 8 hits, 3 runs, last 6 innings pitched. So we kind of like that one a lot. We really like seeing pitchers that are giving up runs, right? High ERAs are great because, once again, we're taking HRRs, hits, runs, or RBIs. So you get walked, you get batted in, you're in. You know what I mean? All right. Last, Suzuki with the Diamondbacks. I do not know how to say his first name. Hopefully he's the only Suzuki. No, sorry, excuse me. He plays for the Cubs. Diamondbacks are playing them. Suzuki with the Cubs. Hopefully there's not another Suzuki. His first name starts with an S, and I can't say it. So here we go. Here's cool. This guy has been on a tear. On 1 HRR, he's 16 in the last 20 on this one. But here's the kind of interesting stat to go along with that one. He's hit a home run in like 6 of his last 10 games, right? So his 1 HRR, you could definitely look to increase that one if you're a more seasoned person at doing this. Just because he's been on fire with it. He didn't get something last game. That's why I feel really good with him this game. In addition to that, here's some, and not to talk poorly about the Diamondbacks pitcher, Nelson, but he has a 7.71 ERA, 15 hits, 14 runs in his last 5 innings pitched. So, unless he has had a come to Jesus with himself about pitching, more than likely he just needs a little bit more time, or he's not one of the best ones in their lineup. He is starting today, and so we're going Suzuki to go ahead and get himself 1 HRR. I'm going to go ahead and run down these 4 for you one more time. You can always revert back, and if you've subscribed to this, then obviously it'll be right there. And as I'm about to say this, if there's somebody that you know that might find this interesting, please share it real quick with your friend and whatnot so that, they have a chance to get in there. You know what I mean? All right, well, here we go. Nick Kurtz, 1 HRR. Taylor Ward, 1 HRR. Daniel Schneemann, 1 HRR. Suzuki, 1HRR. If you put all three of those in Prize Picks, it's a 3x situation, which is great. A lot of times on these we go for just double up money because we want to make sure that there's easy picks for the new folks out there that are doing this one. So this one's actually good for if you're newer and or if you happen to be seasoned at this and you're in a place where you're in a state where you can do player props or a gambling state or something along those lines. We feel really good with this one, 40 and 120 back out. So we're pretty happy with that wager opportunity there. So either case, let's talk a little bit more about our VIP real fast before we wrap up. Our VIP section on Discord is a paid subscription opportunity for you to get all sorts of extra picks. We put some of our picks that we did for the VIPs yesterday. We threw them on the free one, so you can see it right now on the Discord. You can go to the comment section, there's links right there, and you can see how we did yesterday and some of our ones that we hit on. And so we're going to keep researching throughout the day. We started the day with like 15 different players, and we picked out the 4 for you that we feel really comfortable with and that we think you can really enjoy it. And today was a themed one too, right? But we've got several more that we're going to be putting on the VIPs once we do a little bit more research for the day. So if you're a seasoned person, you're looking for some deep opportunity, you're looking for more players to add, or maybe you pick some of the same players we're picking, that always helps your feelings out too whenever you're kind of doing this. Well, once again, do everything within reason. According to my liver, maybe I don't do it all the time. But either case, when it comes down to your wagers, we're encouraging you to know that we don't always predict the future, but we certainly aren't too bad at it. But either case, that's what we have for you for today. And we hope you have a wonderful day out there yourself. Good luck in whatever wagers you're picking. Please drop me a comment and subscribe if you don't mind. Really appreciate you. Cheers, y'all.